It's the NBA Live on 2K Sports on this Tuesday afternoon. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. A contest between conferences, Phillips Arena, Atlanta, where the Hawks take to their home floor. Here we go. So Atlanta will get the first possession. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Steph Curry's out there with Jordan. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Kareem. And it's Shaq in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
Here's Johnson. Third left side. 6 to shoot. Offline with his 3.
And guys, for the Nuggets, it seemed to come out of the blue for their players. They all felt fresh, but the press release would say they needed rest. So obviously a bit of miscommunication there.
Atlanta with the ball. Johnson attacking. He dishes it to Garnett. Abdul-Jabbar with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Johnson kicks to Kobe. Garnett outside. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts, trying to take the lid off the basket.
Atlanta again missing.
And, you know, back to the Nuggets and giving up a bit near the end of the season. Miscommunication.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. And there's Kobe. That's good on the assist by Russell. Bryant's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
It's deflected. Abdul-Jabbar with it. And it's Bird picking him up. James up top. Outside Curry. And a wide open look for Jordan. Connects from three-point range. Jordan's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Johnson. Out to Kobe. To the middle. Here's Russell. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to LeBron. Screen by O'Neal. LeBron against Russell. James kicks to Jordan. O'Neal dishes to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. From 10 feet out, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Well, you think about Stephen Curry, and your first thought is he's a remarkable three-point shooter. That's right. But he's not just a long-range threat.
Yeah, I see him as a shot maker, one of the league's top mid-range shooters off the pull-up, too. And he's a creative finisher. Floaters and backspin shots. English, high off the glass. Again, the best shot maker, I think, in the history of the game.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
And Curry, such a tremendous balance to his game, and he can square up on a dime to knock down shots. I mean, that's a focus also of his training. Doesn't do it with conventional pattern shooting drills. It's a lot of stuff to challenge his balance while he's on the move and shooting. Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark, that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice.
No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists. And for Steph Curry, to me, that balance is remarkable. I mean, it used to be customary beyond the arc to fake a defender into the air and then step into a mid-range two, but Curry has introduced that more efficient sidestep for the wide-open three.
The Nuggets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Garnett against Shaq. Three-pointer. Another miss by Curry. The Hawks trailing. And it's Bryant at the elbow. And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
For the Hawks, Draymond Green, he's checked in for Garnett. Wade comes in for Bryant. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Magic Johnson. Westbrook a screen on Thompson. Wade passes to Bird. Back to Wade. There's the dish to Bird. Westbrook up top. Maravich. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
That's blocked by Bird. To the inside. Westbrook kicks to Bird. The shot by Wade, wide open. Kept alive by Atlanta, and Russell gets it to go.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Thompson dishes to Maravich. It's Durant on the wing. Pass to Davis. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Davis sets a screen. Durant for three. Again, Durant missing. It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved coach of the year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there were a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done, taking the Hawks to the top of the East, few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. And, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio. But he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
And Atlanta has possession. It's a 5-point game. Outside Westbrook. Wade on the wing. Outside Green to the paint. It's tipped. Russell passes to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Russell with it. Picked up by Davis. They grab their own miss, and he gets it to go.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Denver calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Kevin Garnett is checked in for Atlanta. Harden comes in for Dwayne Wade. Abdul-Jabbar is checked in for Denver. Leonard comes in for Davis.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Kawhi Leonard, with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
Thompson inside the line. The Nuggets with another miss. Here's Atlanta now. They've got an 8-0 run. Back to Harden. Green kicks to Westbrook. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Garnett dishes to Harden. Back to Garnett. Westbrook kicks to Green. And here's Bird for three. That's good. Bird's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
Clark David struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Three-pointer. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Bird. And now it's an 11-point Hawks lead. Feeds it to Leonard. On the wing, Thompson. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Hawks lead by 11. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus. Well, I'll tell you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hit.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a very convincing performance here from the Hawks so far.
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. LeBron James is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Michael Jordan. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. That free throw missing. Atlanta making a switch here. Russell's checked in. That's off as well, so he misses both. Last season, Atlanta showed just how much fun a team can have playing team basketball, a complete team effort. We use that word a lot. You don't see it much in the NBA, but boy, they epitomize the club.
Yeah, they sure did. Refreshing to see a team do that well collectively without a real superstar. Just a solid group that understood their roles and played them perfectly.
And, folks, it's not like the Hawks didn't have talent. I mean, they did have 4 All-Stars last year. None of them voted in, however.
You know, what shows you just how team-oriented the Hawks were last season was this stat. They never had anybody score more than 30 points for them in the game all season. Millsap had 30 points once early in the year, and that was the high mark for the team.
Johnson kicks to Bryant. Kobe draws the double. Here's Chamberlain. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Outside, Kobe. Johnson right side. Curry with the steal. Inside, he's looking for LeBron and finds him.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Up top, Chamberlain. Wade outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Wade, good. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Atlanta?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle. Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Chamberlain against Abdul-Jabbar. The drive by Wade. Bryant has the open look. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
O'Neal passes to James. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will come the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Now Russell. Chamberlain kicks to Johnson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Allen's checked in for Denver. The Hawks have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in the back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
No one near James as he lets it go. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Atlanta calls timeout.
You know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. I mean, missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
For the Hawks, Garnett comes in for Chamberlain. And it's Burden for Dwayne Wade. Big group substitution here for Denver. Olajuwon's checked in for O'Neal. Anthony Davis comes in for James. Durant's checked in for Allen. And it's Klay Thompson in for Jordan. And that one's good. And the Hawks lead by 8.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming into last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
For 3, Durant. Atlanta leading by 8. Hawks passing it around. Here's Bird. And Curry pulls it down. Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know, it's interesting. It really had been mostly a cordial relationship between Durant and the media up until last season. And then at the All-Star break, I mean, he had some biting remarks.
Durant's comments during the All-Star break about the media, he might have been right with some of his comments. I don't know, though, that he really was happy that they came out the way they did.
I agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, he made it clear that he doesn't view the media as all that friendly, though.
Here's Garnett. And that one's good. Garnett's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Oh, my. How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there, Kev.
Johnson dishes to Bryant. Russell high post. No good. And it's Denver the other way. Durant with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off target from three-point range. To the middle. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Timeout. Timeout.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
They did slip up a bit, struggled against teams over 500.
They lost the last 3 games of the regular season, Clark, and really just limped into the playoffs. Some of it might have just been fatigue.
Yeah, it could have been, and their play at the end of the season did leak into the playoffs, Kevin. I mean, you could see very quickly that they weren't the same team that looked so dominant during the regular season.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Chamberlain's checked in for Russell. Green comes in for Kevin Garnett. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Bryant. And West subs in for Magic Johnson. And a switcher also for Denver. Maravich is checked in.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
From deep. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. Here's Westbrook. Great play by Bird to set it up. Bird's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
And all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down. And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's space and then go and corral that backboard.
Outside Durant, the 3. Good. Durant's got 5.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Bird outside. Down low. Here's Westbrook. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. He's got 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
1:25 left in the second quarter. There's the pass to Green. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Davis kicks to Maravich. Got a piece of it. Durant with it. Westbrook picks him up. Clock at 4. Thompson with the bucket.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
West passes to Chamberlain. Outside, Green.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Outside Durant. Back to Thompson. Outside Davis. 5 to shoot. Durant just inside the line. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Oh!
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
For Denver, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Good on the second free throw. And that does it for the first half of play. Bucks ahead, up by 7. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony Davis. And Anthony, based on how the game has been going so far, what's your attitude going to be when you come out to play this second half?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
Anthony, thank you. Guys, it should be all business when you step between the lines.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They've got the 7-point lead. All right, Big Diesel, your take.
The job that guys have done in the post have been terrific. If they get more of that production in the paint next half, they'll be very tough to beat. They're taking advantage of the late rotations, and they're going right inside and straight to the rim.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Denver?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
They've got Bird, Russell Westbrook out there with West, and it's Green, and it's Chamberlain in at the 5. So that's the Hawks 5.
You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye laser shooters. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure.
Passes it to Green. Left side Westbrook. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. From deep LeBron. And again, Denver no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, if they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though, and I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Leonard with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Shaq with the screen. And here's Jordan outside. Rebounded by the Hawks. Chamberlain got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Pick by West. In the corner, it's Westbrook. 6 to shoot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Denver calls timeout.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
with a completely new group on the floor. The Nuggets trail by 10. And here's Jordan outside. There's the bucket. Good. Jordan's got 8 points.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Curry against Johnson. Screen by Russell. Outside Pippen. Leonard with the steal. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. 5 on the clock. Johnson, a wide open look. Rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Stolen by O'Neal. That's tipped. Kicks it to Kobe. And he jams it with authority.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Garnett outside. Johnson kicks to Pippen. Johnson outside. And Shaq pulls it down. Shaq's got 4 rebounds in this game. The drive by. Oh!
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Johnson kicks to Pippen. Here's Russell. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Shaq. And as usual, he's the one directing traffic out there, guys.
And guys, he always has such a firm grasp of exactly what the game plan is. He's always talking, making sure that all 5 guys are on the same page.
He misses the free throw. Bird, he's checked in for the Hawks. Wade comes in for Kobe. Big group substitution here for Denver. Olajuwon's checked in for O'Neal. LeBron comes in for Abdul-Jabbar. Ray Allen is checked in for Michael Jordan. And it's Maravich in for Steph Curry. Nobody near Allen. That ball. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich. Now just a 2-point Atlanta lead. Hawks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Wade outside. There's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic? And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. You would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
And it's Garnett at the elbow. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
James dishes to Allen. To the inside. Leonard kicks to Allen. Picked by Olajuwon. Shot clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And again, LeBron missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
West is checked in for Magic Johnson. And Denver with a change here, too. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leonard. .157 left here in the third quarter. West kicks to Wade. A three-pointer off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Allen. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Allen's got 5 now.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
West outside. Garnett the screen. Back to West. Just 5 to shoot. Atlanta again missing.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one. Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful.
That's one of those alley-oops upside your head right there.
He kicks to Russell. He feeds it to Wade. Hawks passing it around. And here's Bird from the arc. No good. Good work defensively by Maravich. And up before again for the Nuggets. Running the court. James, the pass to Olajuwon. Ray Allen is on the wing. LeBron dishes to Maravich. James trying to free himself up. Denver gets it back. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Maravich against Wade. Allen sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Allen's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Denver. West against Maravich. Here's Wade and the powerful one-handed slam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Hawks lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. So here is West. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. They've got Abdul-Jabbar. Steph Curry's out there with Jordan. And it's LeBron James. And it's Shaq in at the center filling out the middle. And he gets it to go. West has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Hawks. The Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Curry. O'Neal inside, guarded by Green. No good from Shaq.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
He was all alone on that one. West has got 5 points now in the quarter. The Nuggets shooting 43% from the floor. Here's Jordan, and it's sent back by Russell. Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and Green slams it in.
The lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
It's Curry outside. Atlanta with the rebound. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. And it's Green missing. The Nuggets trail by 11. Shot to stop the run. No luck. West with some nice D. And here's the fast break. Bryant leading the way. Great D that time from Jordan.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
West with the steal. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Abdul-Jabbar with the block. One-on-one fast break. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Abdul-Jabbar.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
West kicks to Berg. From outside the arc, Curry with the defensive effort.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And really, Clark, that's the only way you're going to stop him. The defender was all over him with a hand right in his face.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And stolen by Jordan. And another fast break opportunity for Denver. Here we go. They get it back. The Hawks leading by 7. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Durant's checked in for LeBron. Robertson comes in for Michael Jordan. And it's Thompson in for Curry. Denver calls timeout.
You can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He warned his team to get back in transition defense, saying they're giving up way too many fast break buckets, and he wants an end to it. He said, hey, let's slow the tempo and make them take some tough shots. A sound defensive strategy, Kevin.
6 on the shot clock. Garnett. And Davis sends it back. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Shot clock at 2. Here's Wade, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Nuggets trail by 7. Now here's Davis. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Good on the shot. 8 points for Klay Thompson.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Count the bucket. Now just a 2-point Hawks lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to their tournament, but had to withdraw from the team club.
And, you know, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Garnett. Pippen comes in for Dwayne Wade. And West subs in for Magic Johnson.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
And it's all evened up. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
And as competitive as Durant is. And, it was strange to see him take himself off of Team USA. But let's face it, that Paul George injury played a big role, not only in his decision, but in a lot of guys throughout the league.
The Nuggets on offense. 11 unanswered points for him. Davis with it. West picks him up. And the basket by Olajuwon.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And, Durant was not the only one affected by that injury to Paul George. To see something like that happen in an exhibition game can make anybody think twice about summer play.
Olajuwon kicks to Thompson. And there's the feed to Olajuwon. Got a piece of it. Pippen with the steal. To the middle. And here we go. Harden into the hoop.
You might not have expected him to go for the steal there. But boy, oh boy, did it ever work out for him.
Yeah, and I love that. I mean, at this stage of a tight game, all too often teams play not to lose, and they would be in the lead right now if he hadn't taken the chance there.
Denver calls timeout. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Denver has possession, trailing by 2. Here's Curry with the 3, and he gets it to go.
The defense got butterflies the second that shot went up because they know he typically delivers in the clutch.
Ryan passes to Johnson. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. And it's 7 points for Johnson. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
Absolutely. I mean, 6 lead changes here so far.
Exciting stuff.
And, guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
The drive by James. Good. LeBron's got 6 in the quarter.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Johnson with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Third against Jordan. Here's Garnett. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. He hits the first one, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
No problem for him there. You just know what the result's going to be when he steps to the line in a tight game like this.
11 feet away. O'Neal dishes to Curry. Back to O'Neal. Second chance shot, and the layup is good. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Curry. Johnson with the block. And they're able to recover. The drive by Jordan. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Jordan. Another shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Jordan with a good game. 12 points. And he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those.
He sinks the clutch free throw. The Nuggets making a switch here. Olajuwon's checked in. And so he's good on both free throws. And that gives them the lead.
And nice there. He does not waste those opportunities. Just what they needed to this game still in doubt. Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And he ends up making the second, and that ties the game up.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Curry kicks to O'Neal to the paint. Here's Jordan. Yes!
Well, Jordan has been fantastic.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Johnson penetrating. James against Bird. Top of the key, Russell. Out to Bird. Deflects the pass. Shot clock at 5. Money! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Atlanta making a switch here. Seconds left in the fourth. Here's Jordan. Count it!
Big bucket. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open three.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 11 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this, Clark?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchoring in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good 3 with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark. So it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on it.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Kevin, a terrific win against a high-caliber opponent. What can you say about how they played against you tonight?
Well, they got the heart of a champion. You know, their coach is unbelievable. He does so many good things with those guys. So we knew it was going to be a game. They just kept fighting and made it tough on us, man. I'm glad we got this one out.
Kevin, thank you so much. Certainly a high-caliber win, guys. Over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game.
Well, he reminded us all of how dangerous he is as a slasher. He drove the lane time and time again and got points inside to show for it. An explosive, hard-charging performance. I loved it.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started.